This is the final boarding call for Flight EI. I tried so hard and got so far.
Apparently, I'm getting drug tested, so I'm trying to drink some water. Yeah, finished. We have made it to Juneau, Alaska. We are here for about 18 hours and I'm super excited because I was telling the crew how I had heard that we do get a discount here for the tours on the little planes. Y ellos se apuntaron a ir conmigo, so that is the plan for today. It is based on there is space available. I'm super excited to be here. Juneau is such a cute little town here in Alaska. I actually always wanted to do an Alaskan cruise and something that is still on my list of things to do. But yeah, Juneau is just such a cute town and I'm excited that I have 18 hours to be able to explore a little bit. Está haciendo un poco de frío, but I did pack a jacket, so I shall be okay. But yeah, that's the plan for today. I will take you guys with me a ver qué pasa con el tour, si tienen espacio y si no, a ver qué hacemos. Lista, OOTD. Good morning, you guys. It is currently 6 in the morning. Me levanté. I left my house at 4. desayunito y nopales and earn breakfast strata. To Washington Dulles. We're actually here for 48 hours, so I'm pretty excited. Not that I have any crazy plans, pero sometimes that is just needed. I actually had my Recurrent training a couple of days ago, and I attempted to vlog for you guys. I really did. Pero lo que pasó was day one, I was a complete mess. To begin with, Recurrent training is always very stressful. Yes, it is material that we know as flight attendants, but the way that you are tested to be recertified to fly another year per the FAA is very strict. So it's word for word. So when we're shouting our commands, you say seat belt instead of seat belts. Like, it's como if you say something that's not plural, you mix up the order while you're yelling your drills. If you explaining the emergency equipment, 2 fire extinguishers. There's a halon fire extinguisher that we have on our Airbus, and it's a steel wire. So it's steel wire intact in safeguard, right? And so for the water extinguisher, it's not steel wire, it's safety wire and lead. Ya ni me acuerdo. And lead seal intact. So it's like literally like you know that you're looking for some wire, like when you're actually on the plane looking for this stuff. So you don't know this stuff word for word, and how you are tested on it in Recurrent is literally word for word. So I think that's what makes it stressful. We know what we're doing, we know the drills, pero eso que te puedes equivocar and all of a sudden you're like, bye, goodbye. Thank you for your time. Por eso es porque yo siempre estudio more than necessary. I'll do things differently, no? And so, yeah, so I had Recurrent. Okay, and so like I've mentioned plenty of times, I live an hour no traffic away from the city. So class for Recurrent started at 8. So rush hour usually starts around 5:30. And usually on day one, I like to get there early because I have a little routine where I go to a specific area and I study there before class, and then I'll drive to the class. So what happened was I left my house at 5, hit a little bit of traffic, so I didn't get to my little parking study area until 6:30. So I studied from 6:30 to 7:30. Today I am doing my annual Recurrent training, which is basically getting recertified to fly another year, to test you and to make sure that you're still qualified and know your stuff. So this year the drills are actually land drills. So these drills I'm very familiar with, and I'm pretty excited because no estoy tan nerviosa like last year. I did study last night. I finished all my modules and I did take notes, and I have been going over it this morning. So sí me siento bien. Practice. All right, decompression. Grab mask, put on, fasten seatbelt, no smoking. Class A fire, combustible, flammable material, paper, wood, rubber, upholstery, water extinguisher, or any non-flammable liquid extinguish. The halon will temporarily contain a Class A fire. Then I headed over to our training facility, and lo que no sabía is that there was a lot of construction going on, so basically they weren't allowing us to park there. So I got there at 7:40, plenty of time, still early. And one of our instructors told me que no me podía estacionar frente. And so he's like, I'll give you a parking pass and you have to like park in this new parking lot. And it's temporary just for Recurrent. So I was like, okay. And I was like, well, where's the parking lot? He's like, it's literally right in front of our building. And so I'm like, okay. And so it's 7:40, class starts at 8. Mind you, for any sort of training, And especially when you're first hired on, they are so strict on being on time. So if you're literally 1 minute late, they don't want to see you. You're initially hired on and you do your full training with the company. Well, back in my days, we only had 2 strikes. It was 2 strikes, you're out. I think now they changed it to 3. So if you're late, that's 1 strike. If your phone goes off in class, that's another strike. So you would literally get strikes for literally anything. You breathe wrong, strike. No, I'm just kidding. But keep that in mind. This is why I had my little mental breakdown. So 7:40, I got to class, and that's when they told me like that we couldn't park there. So he gave me the parking pass, and so I drove, and there was a parking lot that was directly across from our training facility. The parking pass did not work at the little scanner, and so I was like, oh my god, it's not here. So then I backed up and I went to the one next door, which was a Hilton parking lot. I used it, didn't work. I didn't even have anybody's phone number. I was like, should I go back to the training facility, park, and tell them I can't find it? Like, I don't have time. Time is ticking. I remember him saying something za. So I just started driving down the road, and I saw a parking lot that said Anza. That was not directly across the training facility. So it worked, and so I enter, and the lot is full. Nobody mentioned that there was a designated parking for us. I'm driving down the lot, and these are all cars that paid for airport parking. We're gonna be gone on trip for the general public. And so this lot is full. It's jam-packed, and I'm driving down the whole lot, and I can't even go like this to look at lanes because they're blocked off by cones. So I'm literally driving so far out. I'm gonna have to walk all this back, and I was wearing heels, and so I'm thinking I'm not gonna make it on time. So I finally find a spot, I parked, and I got out of the car and power walking. I can't run because it's gravel and I'm wearing heels. And then here comes a shuttle man, and he's like honking at me, and I'm like, yeah. And he was like, oh, you're going to that training building? And I'm like, yes. And he was like, you can't park here. And I was like, are you kidding me? He was like, there's a spot for you guys. And I'm like, okay, I understand there's a spot for us. I was like, but I already parked there. Can I just leave my car there? Because I was like, I don't have time to go back, grab it, and repark. And he was like, yeah, you can park there, but it's just gonna be a far walk for you. And I was like, at this point, like, I'm already halfway. I was like, it's fine, thank you. So I started walking, and that's when I realized I'm not gonna make it on time, and I don't know if, technically I was there and I left my bolsas and stuff in the class at 7:40, but I don't know if technically I should have came earlier because they had sent out an email that I didn't see about the construction. And so, ¿qué tal si me dice, you should have read your email, you should have given yourself more time, thank you, you can go home. And for Recurrent, if you're late, you're sent home immediately. And that's when I just like, that's when I had my little meltdown. It was, I think it was just a buildup because I was super stressed from like studying for my drills and stuff. And then I was upset because I left my house literally at 5 in the morning. I still got to the training facility early, and then this, and so I just started crying. It's almost 8, and I got there 20 minutes early. I got there at 7:40, and apparently they're doing construction in the parking lot. So they gave us a parking pass to park in this super secluded parking lot, which was jam-packed. And now I have to walk all the way to the I'm like about to have a freaking meltdown because I think I'm gonna be late. And then the bus driver just said I didn't even have to park all the way down, like that there was closer parking lot for us. Which I didn't know. And now I have to walk a mile, and I don't know what they're gonna say. I know I'm not gonna get there before 8. I'm over here freaking having a meltdown. I mean, I left my bolsa and stuff in class, so this is how my morning is going. Just having a breakdown before my drills. And yes, I'm walking in heels. which isn't helping. I cried for like 2 seconds and then I was like, get it together. Get it together. I had stress that I did not need. That was why I kind of didn't really vlog, because everything was going downhill, but I passed all of my tests. I passed all of my drills. I passed everything, and class was actually pretty good after that. So this is my OOTD, just all green and some nude heels. Que ya me tuve que poner a little band-aid because I got blisters from walking to the facility here. But we just finished our first exam and I got 100%. So far so good. After my little meltdown, I feel like it can only get better from here. But yeah, we're just gonna go over our test and then we are going to, I think, go over security.